Size hail as those lines of thunderstorms that were once in Indiana are pushing through the border. Again, damaging winds and pea-size hail are all the significance that'll work into the area in combination with that moderate to heavy precipitation. Those thunderstorms did break up quite nicely as they...
Hey, BreAnna, we want to welcome you back to Mercy Health Life Flight 3, and we really appreciate you coming back to pay us a visit again.
Thanks so much. This is my buddy Aaron Antrim. If you don't remember, the weather crew got a chance to take a life flight a couple months back, so we're just catching up like old friends because the weather is so beautiful outside here in Bluffton.
We've all seen a rainbow before, right? It happens when sunlight reflects, refracts, or disperses within a liquid raindrop. But not as often do we see a double rainbow. This is from Larry of Beaver Dam. And then what happens is sometimes light reflects twice off the backside of a raindrop. And in consequence, we see violet colors at the top of the raindrops, and then we see red light at the lower raindrops, which is why when you see a double rainbow, the colors are reversed. So really, really cool. Thanks for those. Now, what I showed you earlier this evening was a chance for us to be in that warm sector, which is why initially I didn't think we were going to lose a lot of heat for this evening, but you can see for those overnight hours, it's held back quite a bit. So we're not going to be in that warm sector. So we're going to cool off to about average for this time of year. Now, we're going to end up in the warm sector by about 4 per hour. And you see that there's little divots in those white isobars. That's what we call a short wave, and it's riding over the top of that high pressure. So I wasn't going to include it in the forecast, but it's been pretty consistent the past couple of days. There is slight chance for isolated showers and thunderstorms as well.
Hey guys, I met some new friends out here, Ella and Mason. They're little piggies, and I'm a cow. Moo. Right now we're with Putnam Soil and Water booth.
That low pressure is finally on the move. Lima is in the warm sector, so that warm, moist air is getting pumped into the region. Overcast conditions, chance of light showers this morning. As that cold front passes this afternoon, we have chance to hear rumbles of thunder, maybe light to moderate precipitation, but there's high pressure building in directly behind that, so it is going to be very quick in and out. With that dry condition, that also means that pollen is going to be in the air. Grass pollen mostly, as that mocast is looking really nice out there. People getting out doing yard work is going to kick it around. So itchy, watery eyes are going to be my forecast, runny noses. And if you did keep your air conditioning on through that humid spell that we had, your mold content might be at medium level. So if you're feeling congested at home, but you're not allergic to tree or grass pollen, maybe turn your AC off and open up those windows and let that dry air funnel into the house. And that may give you some relief as you work off to work or school. It's all thanks to this passing cold front in combination with a few other short waves working through the area. So we're going to get precipitation for the majority of this morning, working into this afternoon, maybe even some rumbles of thunder before this high pressure from the north. That high pressure will eventually push off to the coast, though, and as that happens, that clockwise rotation is going to pull in that moist, humid Atlantic Ocean air. So we may have some chance to see some showers develop for our Saturday. It kind of doesn't know what it wants to do. For a while, it's just been hanging around, but it's slowly starting to push off to the northeast now. So we'll be getting some remnants of flurries due to that lake effect because that body of water is warmer than that Arctic air that goes over it. So it's kind of picking up that moisture and lifting it into the area. Who sang the 1973 classic rock hit, The Joker?
Oh,
Some people
wow.
call me the space cowboy.
Right.
This was in the 70s. Yep. This is that high pressure system that's going to be building in for Saturday and then for a majority of Sunday. But what happens is there's a low pressure system to the north and to the south. So it's going to squeeze out that high pressure system and then giving the opportunity for that southern flow to pump in that warm, moist air that we're getting right now once again. And that's what's going to give us that sporadic rain shower for the afternoon and then evening of Sunday. Welcome back, everybody. Here's water vapor content in the atmosphere. Plenty of it in the area right now, which is why we're feeling so muggy and sticky. But remember, the darker the color, the drier the air. Look at this right here. That's a cold front that's going to be passing through with these low pressures that are going to be working and giving us some precipitation. So we're finally going to start to cool down. And then as that passes, we're finally going to start to dry out. There's a high pressure to the north that's going to build in, kind of piggyback right behind that. So there is light at the end of this very humid tunnel right now. Relative humidity levels levels are at 69%, so it feels like 88 degrees here in Lima. So it is pretty toasty and sticky outside right now as we get that abundant moisture pumped into the area as that tropical depression works its way off to the northeast. We unfortunately have a secondary low pressure system that is going to work through and give us some more precipitation. We're getting into the evening hours of tonight and pushing into tomorrow. As we see it work through the area here, we have some precipitation for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, but by the late evening hours as we're trying to go to bed, that should work out and we'll have those clouds start to move out as well, and we'll dry out quite nicely for our Saturday. I do see something starting to develop out west, so we could be getting some more precipitation for Sunday, so keep that in mind if you're making weekend plans already, but it'll give me a couple more days to give you a better forecast for that. Right now, play-by-play for current conditions and future conditions for this evening. Some scattered showers of chance for probably about 3, 4 o'clock starting, and then working into 8, 9 o'clock when we're starting to go to bed. We see some isolation develop. Probably going to be more spotty showers than hearing rumbles of thunder, but those aren't out of the question. We'll have a break in clouds in, also the precipitation before more rain works in for Friday morning. We see it pass through here. We'll have another break, more showers for Friday afternoon, and then like I said, by the late evening hours when we're starting to get ready for bed, that should work out and those clouds should work out as well. So it is going to be a very nice weekend to look forward to. A high of 89 today. We're at about 83 right now. Breezy conditions up to 25 miles per hour at times. Some chance for showers this afternoon, but for the most part, they should hold off until this evening, a low of 69. Tomorrow, we're going to bump up to a high of 83 after that passing cool front, so not quite as humid or as hot as today, but by no means will it be cool and more chance for showers. But other than that, here's a look at your 7-day. It's looking mild, back to average.
Relief is on the way.
Yes.
Good. All right. Thank you, BreAnna.
Welcome back, everybody. Good news. We need the rain, and it's still in the area. Even better news is the bulk of the severe weather has dissipated as it breached the border into Ohio. We have a little bit of widespread precipitation for the west part of the viewing region. Now, this is moderate to heavy precipitation, maybe some damaging winds as far north as Defiance, and maybe as far south working towards Sydney. But other than that, it should just be moderate precipitation, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. No severe weathers in the forecast at this time for the viewing region. Estimated rainfall totals is a little bit variable across the board. We're looking at 1/4 of an inch for all the light blue colors. Through those darker greens, we're looking at maybe an inch or an inch of a quarter. And then where those isolated thunderstorms work through the viewing region, we're looking at over 2 inches of accumulation, that gold color, and up in Defiance as well. So it depends on where you were and where the thunderstorms happen to drop as they cross the border from Indiana into Ohio. And that'll tell you how much rainfall totals we have. Hopefully by the 10 and 11, I'll give you actual values for those rainfall totals. Right now in Lima, we're at about 71 degrees. Winds from the south-southeast at 16 miles per hour, gusting up to 30 or so as those thunder showers push through parts of the viewing region. And it is what it feels out there, even though relative humidity values are in the 78%, even some of you breaking 80. That's just the abundant moisture in the atmosphere as those thunder showers pass. Our forecasted low for this evening is about 66 degrees. And here in Lima, the last time I checked, we're at about 0.44 inches of accumulation, putting our monthly total at 1.72, and that'll change throughout the evening as those showers work through the area. Chance for it the rest of the evening, even chance for some nocturnal thunderstorms. We'll get a little bit of break for the early morning of Saturday. They'll come back for the breakfast hour. They'll break up again. We'll be left with overcast conditions, and I do see some isolation developing for the dinner hour once again throughout the viewing region, but it looks like moderate precipitation right now, though we do have plenty of time for that to change, whether increase or decrease in severity, so make sure you tune in with your weather specialist, Kaylee Bowers. She'll be in the forecast center now casting that time frame for you. We get another break in the clouds for early Sunday morning, and then chance for isolated showers and thunderstorms do arrive back in the viewing region for the afternoon. Rainfall totals, again, variable across the board, depends upon how many isolated showers and thunderstorms end up working through the area for the next 48 hours. For tonight, a low of 67, gusty conditions up to 25 from the south, chance for isolated showers and thunderstorms throughout the entire overnight hours, pushing into tomorrow. A high of 76 is in the forecast. Winds calm just a little bit, but still at 10 miles an hour. 7-day forecast, chance of rain through Monday, but then it breaks up nicely for the rest of the week. Jessica.
All right, thanks, BreAnna.
You bet.
Welcome back, everybody. Current satellite and radar is indicating that there might be some precipitation or really quick-moving isolated cells moving through central parts of the viewing region as far up as Ottoville and as far south as New Knoxville. So let me know if it's raining in your area and maybe even a picture if you can grab one. That'd be great, and send it to me on Facebook. Current temperatures, everybody's in mid to upper 70s. Wapakoneta is at 79. Sydney has broken 80. Van Wert's at 77. Paulding 71. Ottawa in a cool pocket trailing behind it about 67 degrees. Lima's at 77, so it's quite mild in temperature, but it's really sticky out there. Relative humidity levels are quite high as that rain is starting to push through the area. We have broken cloud coverage right now, and that's going to stick around as that rain pushes through as well. You can start to see some isolation starting between now and probably about 6 o'clock. Prime time for thunderstorm activity could be anywhere between noon and probably 3 o'clock, as we can see here. That starts to move through. Still some isolation around dinner time for 5 o'clock there, with some light precipitation at this time, maybe some moderate, but that has time to intensify as it pushes closer to the area. So keep that in mind. 7 o'clock, still seeing that isolation for the southern part of the viewing region, but everybody else is starting to kind of break up in that cloud coverage as we work into Thursday. It should be quite nice and mostly sunny for that matter. A high of 80 degrees for today. Chance for isolated showers and thunderstorms. Calm winds from the south at the most part. Right now we do have a little bit of breezy conditions, up to 10 miles per hour, I noticed, for some viewers. So let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Again, prime time for thunder showers this afternoon is going to be between noon and probably 3 o'clock, but I'm pushing that back till about 5 or 6 when Chief Meteorologist Jesse Mag is here to nowcast for you. Tonight, a low of 63 degrees. Winds are going to shift and pick up in speed a little bit, up to 10 miles per hour at times. Slight chance for showers through these overnight hours. Most of it should be worked out by then. A high of 80 degrees is in the forecast for tomorrow. Winds from the east 5 to 10 miles per hour. Slight chance I see something starting to develop maybe for tomorrow evening, but the majority of the day is going to be quite nice. Humid for that, so average temperatures, but it's still going to feel sticky, unfortunately, as we get that quick little relief from the rain. But again, I start to see something developing for Tuesday evening, but the majority of the day as you're outside should be nice. Looking into the weekend, though, it's looking pretty wet, you guys. Thunderstorms throughout the entire time.
Another wet weekend, bummer.
I know.
There's a lot going
The
on,
timing's
too.
bad, but it needs to be done.
All right,
Yeah.
like the